Because we're not gonna do this the whole period, I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes and I will tell you what the center circle is, or the center square.
This one even I would look like they were at these two. This would no this one? Has to be like this, but no.
Because it could be something off. Oh, that's
Just try to mix it up.
this one right here.
All right. For those of you that might need just a smidgen of help, see the X's on Mrs. Maggie's grid? Those are the center 3 pieces. They happen to be the 3 pieces that were in the center of the original, but the center 3 pieces are also the center of the puzzle. Now, are they colored like yours, Donovan? No. No, yours are gonna be different colors, so now you have to look at what, Anjali? The pattern or the design.
One of them.
I found one of the middle ones.
Good, awesome.
What's this go?
You want me to put it down lower? Here.
I found another middle one. This is the first one.
No.
Okay, here. This is on the end. Okay, so now.
Dang it.
Yeah, I found all the but this one.
Good.
But this one is this part. Wait, no, this can't be. It's the one on this. No, it's this one. The one that starts it.
Oh.
You have the middle.
Did you get the middle one?
Oh, I'm getting somewhere, I think.
It's
The legs of this? No.
okay, now we're on
Okay, I'm gonna move forward. This is what I'd like you to do. I'm gonna read, means we've got the ability to listen.
Yeah.
You can talk softly, just don't talk loud enough that it goes over my voice. The last of the really great Wang Doodles, where did we leave off? Anjali, do you remember? No? Who remembers where we left off? What was happening? Do you remember, Erin? Who came to visit Lindy?
the cat, and they're trying to go undercover.
That's exactly right. The Splinter Cat came
Yeah, they
and visited Lindy.
Here it is.
Tom and Ben got up that next morning, and she wasn't there. They called for Professor Savant. He wasn't the least bit surprised. Can you imagine why? Cindy, why do you think Professor Savant wasn't surprised? I know you have.
Let's just find one. Maybe this one's over here, maybe that one. He already had a clue that he would.
How come that clue was so obvious? It's going to be 3 by 3, Donovan, not 4. How come that clue was so obvious? Who came to visit him?
The prop. And the prop, and he knew that the prop wouldn't just leave him alone.
Yep. What's the prop's problem? What's the whole thing about the prop? Why is it that he's causing such ruckus? Madeline?
He wants, maybe it's this one. He wants to stop going to Wayne.
Yeah, he doesn't want them coming to Wangdoodleland. Anybody have an idea why that might be such a problem for him? Why does he not want these people to come to Wangdoodleland?
Hang on.
Callie, what are you thinking?
Because he, like, if they see the Wayne Doodle, they're gonna tell everyone, and they're gonna try and come, so
Oh,
they're gonna be like, we can't have everyone coming here.
very good. Here we go. Get it done?
It is so hard.
You got it. Glue it in with today's date.
Yeah, this can be it.
Okay. Okay, well then that means that something's off around here. Yes, Tom, but I sense that the proc's getting desperate. Remember, he feels that Wangdoodleland is in great danger. With so much at stake, he might not harm Lindy, but he could keep her there indefinitely. Got it figured? What'd you end up doing?
I'll just say I wrote this like that.
Yes, ma'am. Blue it is. Okay, so you gotta keep moving them, all right? You would like to work with somebody, you can. I can tell you somebody that right now we could consider somewhat of an expert would be Anush. But there must be something we could do, said Tom desperately. It just turns me inside out to think that the proc is wise.
Yes! We're done.
And we'll never get to see the Wangdoodles. Wait a minute. Yeah, now he's got to make his as well. Okay? You help him. Wait a minute. You don't have to give the proc an answer before tomorrow, right, Professor? That's right. Then why don't we just go and try to rescue Lindy now, while we've still got time? What a great idea, Tom said excitedly. We could sneak in and get her out of Wangdoodleland before the proc knew anything about it. He'd never expect us to do something like that. Hold on, the professor said. I'm not sure that's too wise. The proc could capture us too. Then where would we be? It is a risk, agreed Ben, but we could be extra careful. I'll bet the wiffle bird would help us. Oh, go on, Professor. Say we can do it, urged Tom. This is the one chance we have to put things right. Then we could still try to see the Wangdoodle if we wanted to. Well, I must say, I do hate to give up the experiment, the professor wavered. Michelle, what do you think? What do you think is going to go on next? Is this a wise decision that the professor is giving in from the pressures of Tom and Ben? Do you think it's a wise thing on the professor's part? Why? I think that might be very much the way. Anush, can you come and help Donovan, please? We can't give up now. After all our hard work, you know Wangdoodleland better than anyone. You can take us to find Lindy. I know you could. Please just say yes. The professor walked to the French windows and gazed out across the lawn. After what seemed like an eternity, he said quietly, "Very well, we will try it. Perhaps we will be lucky and find Lindy before anyone finds us." He turned to the boys. "I shall phone your house and speak to Ethel. I will tell her that we've planned an excursion." Tom said, "She won't mind that. Mom told her we'd be spending a lot of time with you." "Good. On second thought, it might be better to tell her we'll be gone for a few days. That way, if something unexpected happens and we're delayed, she won't worry. If she thinks we'll be gone a few days, she'll expect us to take clean clothes," Ben pointed out. "That's using your head," replied the professor. "You'd better both go back home and pick up some things. Get something for Lindy, too. I'll have Mrs. Primrose prepare us a good hot breakfast before we leave. It could be the last meal we eat for a while. Now let's hurry. Wangdoodleland is a large country, and we don't know where Lindy is. We haven't a moment to lose." Let's stop right there and let's talk about Ben and Tom have convinced Professor Savant to go to Wangdoodleland. It seemed to me that Professor Savant might have wavered a little bit. Madeline, in your opinion, Is this a wise decision? Why or why not?
Yes, because they're going to go to
Okay, so you think it's all about Lindy at this point? Not so much Lindy. How about you, Nicholas? What are you thinking? Is this a wise decision? Professor, the thing that worries me, Professor Savant is kind of nervous about it.
I think they're going to get trapped, but then somehow, safely do it.
Okay,
The
okay.
stories always end in a good ending.
Do they always?
No.
Unless there's a sequel.
There's a series that it doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, like, unless there's a sequel. Oh, yeah, the series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think somehow when they come there, the clock's gonna be waiting for them, and then in the end, Lily's somehow gonna come and save them. And
Okay.
save them, save her.
I think that those are some very reasonable predictions. Sindhu, tell me something. If you were in Tom or Ben's shoes, would you do this? Why or why not? If you were Tom or Ben, would you be going to Whangdoodle Land? Why or why not? Step into Tom or Ben's shoes. What do you think? You'd probably try. Why?
If Lindy was my sister, then I would be make sure she was not in trouble.
Very good. I kind of feel the same way about family. That would really bother me if I knew my sister was there. There's something sort of bothering me about this whole thing, though. Is anything bothering any of you?
Yeah.
What is it, Callie? What's kind of gnawing at you?
Because the boys want to go save her, but they aren't really being confident about the proc or any other thing because they've only been in Whangdoodle Land like two days, so they don't know much. So it's just bothering me that they aren't taking caution.
Yeah.
They're trying to save their sister.
Kind of acting like Lindy.
Yeah, they kind of are, because Lindy just kind of went off on a lark and followed Splinter Cat.
That's good.
Andrew, something bothering you about this?
No, it's the thing that I'm working on. It's bothering me.
I can appreciate that. Cindy, something bothering you about this? That might happen. Yes. So you think they're sort of, I'm going to help you. You think that they're sort of going with blinders on. They're so worried about Lindy, which I can appreciate. All right, here comes the next set. Did you help him? Okay, so this is number 4, 5, and 6. The middle 3.